That our work cell is all set up, we can now introduce machines to our system. So what we're going to do is add a conveyor belt. So you're going to go up to add machines and CAD library. And you're going to go and you're going to find conveyor belt. I would pick this one because it's the least ugly and it looks nicest when you scale it down to be really, really tiny. So just hit OK. It's gonna spawn it in really massive. There it is. So we're gonna just quickly scale this down. So 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, hit apply. We're just gonna move it closer to our workspace. And I want it to be rotated, so I'm gonna rotate this real quick. Okay, this is 90. Okay, so now I can just move this, and I need to measure the offset again. And the origin looks like it's on the top of one of the rods in the conveyor, so we're just gonna measure that. So we're gonna click on the top, and we're gonna click on the bottom. Okay, so, okay, didn't click, that's fine. Okay, so now that we know that the Z is 149.8, so we can close out of this and do Z offset is 149.8 and hit apply. There we go. Okay, so we can move this a bit closer. Make sure it's in our workspace. We need to click on the show and hide work envelope. So right now it's not, and we don't want to move anything else because we already linked our position registers, so we're just going to just shove this like in between. I think this is enough. Yeah, that's enough space. You could even have it all the way out here as long as where the robot is picking up the piece is inside this work envelope, it's okay. The whole conveyor belt does not need to be inside of it. I think this is fine. Alright. So, I'm gonna hit OK. Okay, so now we have our conveyor belt imported and scaled. Now we need to add the piece to it to be picked up and also to be transported to the arm. Once we have our conveyor belt imported and positioned properly, we're gonna now animate the box to be fed to the robotic arm. So if we just right click on machine 1, click add link and then box, we get our box that we want to animate. And we're just going to resize this to be the same size as the box that we're currently using. You're going to click on apply, and then we just need to move this over. And if you accidentally click out of it, which I just did right now, just double click on it and then you can move it over. So that's clipping into it right now. Okay, that's fine, and I'm just gonna move it a little bit here. Okay, that works. So just hit OK. So now that we have our box, we need to now make the animation work. To do that, double click on the conveyor belt and click on, oh, actually not the conveyor belt, double click on the box and then click on general and then edit axis origin. So this spawns in really big because we shrunk the conveyor belt, and for some reason it doesn't scale this based off of the size of your conveyor belt, which is fine, it just looks weird. So we're just gonna click P and then we're gonna click 90 degrees and hit apply. And it should look like this. It looks weird, I know, but it works, I promise. So hit OK, and then now we need to move this box, so we're just gonna move it up. And then right there. That's kind of clipping in. Okay, that's fine right there. Where did my menu go? Okay, that's fine. And then, okay, so now that we have our box ready, so let's just move it a little bit more. We can double click on it and go to motion and then device IO controlled. So this is where we're gonna set the speed at which the box moves forward and back. So we're gonna go ahead here and type or select robot controller, and then D, and then 1, and then make that on. And then the location, I'm just gonna guess that this is 650 millimeters. Let's test it. Yes, it is. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then go here and click D1 again, and then make this off, and then keep that 0. And then you're gonna go down to input, and then robot controller, D1 on, and then make the location that 650, and then go to robot controller, and click D, and then we wanna make this a 2, and then we're gonna turn this off, and then make that 0, and then hit apply. So now if we test this, it goes there, and then it goes back. And then this is the speed. I'm gonna make it 100 because I don't want to wait here forever watching it move across. Actually, I'm gonna make it 150 because I really hate waiting. And hit apply. So once this is all set up, we can now go into teach and then just add simulation program. And then you could just label this whatever you want, conveyor feed or like block generator, I don't know. And then, so I already made one. I'm gonna delete all this and do it again. So if we just click on this button here, we can insert certain things. So what we need first to do is to do the D0 on, and then we need to do wait, and then we need this to be a 2 here, and we need to wait for it to be on as well. And then we're gonna just insert a normal wait to let everything run, and then we're gonna do and then 1, and then off, and then we're gonna wait for 2 to be off, and then we're gonna wait for 2 more seconds, and this should work hopefully. So we got do 1, do 2, wait, do 1 off, and then we need to wait for D2 to be off. Okay, so yeah, let's run it and see what happens here. Okay, so it's moving. Hopefully, oh, what the heck? It was like, I'm out. It just stopped right here. Interesting. Let's run that again. 1, 2. Okay, I think it's waiting for that 2 seconds. So let's set that 2 seconds to be a bit higher. Teach it, and then we're going to wait. Let's just make this 7. I don't know. Alright. That was weird. Okay, we're gonna run this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Picks it up, 7, and then it should go back. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is running very well. So, except for one problem, it's going in the wrong direction. So the easiest way to do this that I found was to just move this part over here instead. So this is at 650 mark. Around 650. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're just gonna make this negative. And we're gonna make this negative. And we're gonna hit apply, and now we're gonna run it. And there we go. And then it picks up the piece when it stops. Oh, it's floating off. We'll fix that. And then it goes back. So let's fix that real quick. All we have to do is just move it over a little bit more. And then also, if you notice, it's going back. We don't want that because the piece is going to disappear when it picks it up. So we're going to make the traveling speed to go backwards extremely fast. That way it looks like it's just a new part is being filled into the conveyor belt. So I think the piece or the speed we need to fix is this one. We'll see. So 1, 2, 3. That'll make it extremely fast. So let's see what happens here if I hit play. Okay, so it's going. And then the robotic arm picks it up, and then it should just spawn back. Okay, it did. Cool. So it's a little too slow because we can still see it with our eyes. So let's teach, or not teach this. Let's double click on this, and then let's make this one more 0 in here. Click apply, Let's run it one more time and see what happens. Perfect. That works. Okay, so now that we've set this all up, we can now we need to set up the actual box so that the arm knows where to pick up the box from. So if we run this one more time just to see where this position is, so let's see where it is on the belt. It's gonna be right there. Okay, so this is where we need to tell the robotic arm that this is where the piece is. So we're going to double click on this. It's right here, right? Yeah, so parts, and then click on part 1, hit apply, and then we need to edit the part offset. And we're just going to move it. I think it was right here. I don't remember. Okay, let's just line this up. Doesn't have to be perfect. No one's gonna care. Okay, that's fine. Okay, hit apply. Okay, let's test it. So if we hit play here, just hope that this blocks this piece. Okay, so it's kind of off a little bit. We can fix that easily. Just click on edit part offset again. Just move this, test it one more time. Oh my god, you're joking. Okay, edit part offset one more time here. Wait, did it just move? I'm so confused. Oh well, hit run again. That's fine. Okay, let's just move it though a little bit to the right. Again, click edit part offset, just move it, hit apply, hit OK. Alright, so now that we have our block, let's just run this one more time, because if this is messed up, then everything else following this is going to be messed up. Okay, so that looks, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so now we have our simulation all set up, and now we can actually tell the robotic arm to pick up the piece and move it over.